Remember Suspend? Well, here's a new take on that. Impending is a new keyword from Duskmourn House of Horrors that conveys the feeling of doom and knowing it's coming. Impending N cost means you may choose to pay cost rather than pay this spell's mana cost. If you choose to pay this spell's impending cost, it enters with N time counters on it. As long as it's permanent, it has a time counter on it. If it was cast for its impending cost, it is not a creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if this permanent was cast for its impending cost, and there is at least one time counter on it, remove a time counter from it. So it's literally just Suspend, but the card enters the battlefield instead of in exile. Great, got it. There are only 5 creatures in the entire game right now that have Impending and are all enchantment creatures. They just act as enchantments while they're impended? Okay, let's just go with that. They just sit there as NPCs until the last time counter is removed, and then they become the spoopy, scary creatures they're supposed to be, right there on the battlefield. Now, what about these little details? Suspend is slightly different from Impending in a couple of ways. First, if you choose to pay the impending cost rather than the mana cost, you're still casting the spell. Suspend, however, is not casting the spell when you suspend it. These kind of flip in a way. Impending casts the spell and then gets the time counters, but Suspend exiles the card with time counters, then casts the spell. And so it's kind of a reverse effect, if you can just kind of remember it that way. This means that impending cards go on the stack and can be responded to, countered, and so forth. If you choose to pay the impending cost of a creature spell, it's a creature spell on the stack. You can cast that spell for its impending cost only when you could normally cast that creature spell. Most of the time this means during your main phase when the stack is empty, so a spell like Essence Scatter will most likely definitely work on these. If an object enters as a copy of a permanent that was cast with its impending cost, it won't enter with the time counters and it will just be a creature. The copy isn't being cast for its impending cost, so it'll just enter as the creature. Oh, and one more thing. These do enter the battlefield even when you cast them for their impending costs. So if you cast Overlord of the Hauntwoods and it enters with its 4 time counters on it, you'll make that colorless land named Everywhere, and Panharmonicon effects can definitely affect something like this. Also, as an added bonus, stuff like Joyra's Time Bug can and will remove the time counters from these, so go nuts. Okay, I hope this all made sense and that it cleared up Impending for you. We'll have to see what other cards they print this ability on in the future, but for now, purchase these exciting ones through the TCG Player affiliate link below. It really actually does help out the channel. Then buy a playmat through the Milkman Proxy link. Just highest quality playmats over there. It's really awesome, so go check them out. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week for your weekly dose of magic.